Still saying... Well, it still says Twitch is up. Oh, okay. I think the YouTube one's back. Let's see. Am I here? Am I back? I hope. Oh yeah, okay. I think we're in there. I think we're back, YouTube. I hope so. Okay, let me put everything back where it was. Alright, Tale of Ginny and Screech, we watched that. We watched Violet's Tale. Yeah, hopefully I'll appeal that first part of the stream and we'll see if I can get that back for rebroadcast. At the very least. So people can still watch it. Goodness gracious. Well, thank you all for bearing with me in that. And for letting me know. I didn't even know it went down. So thank you for letting me know it went down on YouTube. Okay, so yeah, if you want to switch back to YouTube, it should be back up. And we should be able to keep going until they shut us down again. The man's always trying to keep me down. All right, but what did I have next? Okay, let's see. I had Illest of Our Time. That's what I was trying to queue up next until things went down. But yeah, I wish there was a way to like make sure it's not gonna do that again. Especially because I want to keep, we've still got like 13 other songs. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so let me make sure. Full screen. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're back. Okay, so we're going to go into Illest of Our Time next. This is supposed to be his, really good lyrical songwriting in this one. So I am excited. Let's see. Yes, if YouTube does it again, we'll just maybe keep trying on Twitch. But the thing is, though, I guess I would like to make sure that everything is still okay, I guess, copyright-wise, because I would like to keep doing this on Mondays as kind of like a Music Monday, weekly stream with you guys. But, I want to make sure it's, all kosher and everything, but I guess I still made YouTube's mad, but I'll hopefully figure out a way that we can keep doing this every week with everybody copyright happy. Right. But yeah, in the meantime though, let's get back in. We're gonna try again. We're gonna go into Illest of Our Time. Pig mask! It's giving the purge.
1, 2, 3, spitting bullets on the beat. I'm a sick little puppy who gets lucky when he speaks. Blessed with a silver tongue, chest with an iron lung. Extraterrestrial tentacles, aliens. Psychopathic tendencies, a pathologic entity. If everything is set in stone, then this is how it's meant to be. Elementary, dear Watson, you might find yourself inside the mind of the illest of our time.
Get it poppin', hot rockin'. I'm Freddy Krueger, I'm chopping. I turn it up to 11, the demi-Gordon of Oppin'. The strangest
think I'm the boss when the danger lingers, I'm plotting. Sweet like a spoonful of sugar, because I'm merry like popping. The double barrel is cocking, a shotgun sheltered the noggin. I'm coughing, catchy bronchitis, you're in your funeral coffin. No stopping, blocking me not when I pick the world up, I'm squatting. And when I take from the rich, I'm in your hood and I'm robbing. 4, 5, 6, spit a crucifix. 6, 6, 6, flow, crucify a Catholic. Maverick, anti-hero villain, not protagonist. Words are kind of muffled when you're sucking on my massive. Fucking Illest, who's the realest, who's the baddest kid? Call the police on this beat before I damage it. A kiddie called Screech on the streets.
Yeah, this is definitely the purge, man. I'm feeling that.
Pacifist, catalyst for chemical combustion. I'm the analyst of metaphors and similes and synonyms and alchemist, evangelist. Spread the words I seek like they're cancerous. Pragmatist, think before I speak, then I answer it. Pull up to the place. When I pull it, bang, I pull it, sang it, shot right into space. Music for the hooligans let loose on the estate. Call the police and the riot bands, the people wanna play. Hey, freedom now. Has lost all meaning. How can we all be free in a hierarchy breeding ground? The poor get poorer while the rich get rich in style. I'll be a heretic, killer king, take his crown. Top of the throne, top of the kingdom I own. Top of the streets that I roam, top of the dome. Spitting for Britain I shown, bars like a cellular phone. I pin like Tyson, an icon, go twice in, left, right in.
This flow's
I'm
crazy.
like I'm biting, like a python. Ready, I'm heavy, I'm Mercury, I am Freddy. So eat my words, fill your belly like alphabet, spaghetti. I am a rap star, don't believe me, don't fuck.
Alphabet is spaghetti.
I like a MasterCard, don't believe me, then fuck your shit. I don't feel so well. I don't feel so well. I don't feel so well. Call a medic for myself. I don't feel so hot, my brother. Aching, shaking, stop, then stutter. Things gone wrong, hit by King Kong, Ace, Wonton bomb like Hardy Brothers. I don't feel so fresh, my bro. Things look blurry, speaking slow. Head in Hong Kong, wonton soup is what I have for brains. I know that I want to spread these tattered wings, hold them high. Vanish from the heavens, but I'm knocking on the sky. Living with depression is a blessing in disguise.
Yes, it is.
Intuition getting wise. Want to sink into the pupil of my eye. Travel to the corner of my cornea and mind. Look for all the answers that I never seem to find. Till then, I guess I'm still the illest of our time.
I'd agree with that, good sir. Yes, sir. Wow. Okay. That was a nice little Oh, Money Game Part 3. Oh, let me save that link. Hang on. Let me save that link. Transition back. All right, so dude's got bars for days. Let's talk about this. Hang on. All right, first let me talk about the video itself because I always do visuals first, or that's what I notice first. Loved the purge kind of inspiration representation. Kind of gave me like he's got to battle off all the other well, this is my impression. I got the impression that the other animals or the ones with masks over kind of, in my opinion, represents like kind of more mainstream artists, you know, kind of the ones that like are all in our face and are pushed by, you know, their labels and dominate Spotify and all those things. But there's lacking of an authenticity. There's, you know, often lacking in like creative expression or you know, like some artists don't write their own music or can even play at all. But they're more like, but they have beautiful voices, and so they're great performers, and that's still art in itself. But anyway, I feel like though Ren is kind of positioning himself in this music video as kind of like, but I'm authentic, I'm real, I don't need to put on a mask, I don't need to pretend to be anything that I'm not, this is me and I'm sick as fuck, and you are going to vibe with my music and vibe with these lyrics, and I don't have to do all of that extra, you know, extra stuff, I don't gotta, you know, do all that other song and dance, I just have this, and this is me, and that's ill, and I love that. So that's my impression of the imagery of the video. The song itself, the lyrics itself, the bars itself. I don't know if this is like an official genre of music, but I like to call what I feel like this is kind of in the vein of like conscious rap, Whereas it's there's still posturing, right? There's still like being braggadocious and inflating of one's ego, as is typical in the genre of rap. But what I like about conscious rap is that you're being braggadocious about, in my opinion, more attainable things. So, for instance, no, hardly anyone, especially in this economy, is ever going to afford a Lambo, is ever going to afford a yacht, or private jets, or any fancy Birkin bags, or whatever, all of the things, all of the labels and brands and things that often get bragged about in rap. And again, nothing wrong with it, but I know as a listener, I'm never going to attain those things. So the rap artist or the musician is always going to be, in a way, I guess, kind of superior to me in that way, because I'm never going to be as rich monetarily as them. But so that's why I like conscious rap, in that it feels that the things that they're bragging about are truly attainable for everyone, regardless of your income or class status. So, everybody can have depression. It's it's rated E for everyone. Everybody can have depression, and that's okay, because that makes you human, and being human is something to strive for. It's something to brag about. Yeah, I am imperfect. I do have flaws, and I am still the illest of our time. And I personally really resonate with music like that, music with a deeper message like that, and with a more obtainable vision, I feel like, in their music. I love conscious rappers who rap about mental health, who rap about happiness and the importance of family and friendship, and or just going after your dreams, and I've even seen conscious rap about, like, the beauty of being autistic, and I love that. I love that so much. That whole vein, that whole genre of music is something I in the last few years have been gravitating more towards. So yeah, I've been this was a nice palate cleanser. Nice palate cleanser, I feel like, after the tales of Ginny and Screech. That was those are some bars, man. That was good. That was a good I think I was pretty good on the song order. Let's see. Let me check back in with chat. Let me see. Let's see. I just described Coast Con. Oh, I have heard. Sorry, it's J-Way. I saw I just described Coast Contra. I have heard really good things about Coast Contra. So that's going on my pen and paper, my handy dandy. I feel like Steve from Blue's Clues with my handy dandy notebook and and pencil. But I feel like when I physically write things down on pen and paper, it kind of like etches the memory in my brain also, so I'm more likely to remember it. I think there's also like something chemical about that too, like scientifically, like it helps your brain hold on to things if you physically write them out, I think, because like it becomes muscle memory or something for your brain. But anyway, Coast Contra. I would love to do another Music Monday stream where we check out Coast Contra and other conscious rappers. I would love to do that if YouTube will stop being a butt. At the very least, I'll still do it on Twitch, of course, but I would, I would love to check out more conscious rappers with you guys. Kind of make it a Monday thing. I just gotta figure out how to make YouTube not shut it down. That's the only trick. All right, so let me pull up my list. So, oh, okay, so I've got money games next. Lovely. Okay, so I've got part 1, 2, and now 3. Ready to cue that up. All right, so put... All right, make it full screen. All right, so we're gonna go into the Money Game trilogy now. So starting with Money Game Part 1. All right, let's dive in.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they
This
make
is
us
scary
feel
imagery.
inferior. Read one through Parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, strife, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose, but who's fooling who? A ball chained to your shoes, I'm pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
So I'm going to pause really quick. I have a theory. I'm going to foreshadow this a little bit. I think that's him. Oh, sorry. You can't see me pointing at that. I think the person in the chair is Ren. I think if you pull it off, that's going to be Ren under there. And I feel like the darker cloaked figure that Ren is playing right now is symbolic of something else. Like, you know how, like, people, like, dress in all black to be, like, the embodiment of death or something in, like, old media and stuff, like Twilight Zone episodes. And the way he's speaking, I feel like, is this a representation of greed or like just the pursuit of like money and like capitalism? I'm wondering, like, in terms of like maybe because I feel like he's talking about like the music industry and how it's like just a race to get the most listenings, and obviously the more listens you get, the more money you get, and so it's all a game, a money game. I'm curious. Okay, yeah, sorry. Let me take it back a few and then keep going. But that's my theory. Okay. Don't you gotta hit me for?
This old money game. Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate, when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth, that's my right to hate, that's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder that savages colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent, I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome, and also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon...
History! Learn your history, people. It is important. Don't let people erase your history. It is important. They will shape the narratives based on what you remember from history. Educate yourselves. Knowledge is power because ignorance makes you fall for dumb shit. It really does.
The Germans because of history's pain, and yet we make the same mistakes all again. Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat, the same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak, our opinions aren't our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right, in the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 a storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Such strange imagery. I'm trying to figure out what it all means. Oh. Jesus. Whoa, no, no, okay, whoa, hang on. Oh God. Bruh, it's not worth it. It's not that much. Okay, wow, well, damn. Alright, so... I gotta think about that last half. Because I'm trying to figure out where the... So here's where I lose it. Or I guess where I go blank in my imagery. And it might get answered in parts 2 or 3. I'm curious to what the symbology of drawing eyes on the person in the chair, like with the pillowcase over his head or whatever. Threatening to pour gasoline on him, but then reversing it to pour it on yourself instead. There's some deeper meaning there. All right, I want to dive into part 2 then and see if I get these questions answered. Let's see. Let's see. Checking in with chat. Nice. Okay. So let's do part 2. Here's my list. That's part 1. Part 2. Okay. Pause that. And then okay. Alright, so that was part 1. Where's part 2? I got part 3 already queued up. 2, okay. Pause. Okay. Nice. All right. So, Money Games Part 2. Going back in. Hopefully my theory questions will be answered.
Strange time of living in panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. Oh boy. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step 1, must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see.
Wait, sorry. Let me, quick pause. Who else raps about economics in their songs besides conscious rappers? Like, this is insane. Do you hear the subject matter we're talking about right now? He's literally giving you an economics lesson in a song. I love that. That's so incredible. Incredible. I love that. All right, take it back a little bit.
Will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. 3, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells.
Okay, and now, okay, sorry. You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna pause. I'm gonna pause when I have epiphanies. This is wonderful because now it is going, not just showing you how economics works, but now it's starting to, I think, introduce you to the ethics that you need to consider when going into any type of business or economic venture that most people do not even pay attention to. People started thinking like, oh, I want to, build a stationary business or whatever, and I just want to sell nice notebooks. Okay, where does paper come from? Trees. Okay, what forest are you chopping down then? There's ethics to it. Like, you have to think about and make peace within yourself. Like, very rarely can you be in any type of business venture where you are not and that's capitalism, to be honest. It's not even just business, it's capitalism. It's very rare you can get to any type of success in business without taking advantage of somebody. It is very hard to be an ethical business owner or an ethical corporation. I wouldn't even say nowadays, I would just say in general and just in ever. And but I feel like it's not okay, but I do think it is something that we as a society need to be conscious of. It's something that we should be discussing. Like, yeah, there are ethics that go into capitalism, or there should be at least, and I could go on a whole long tangent about this, but let me let Ren do it instead. He's the more musical one than me.
Seashell, sell oil as well. 6 on, sell stock, sell diamonds as well. 6 on, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore.
Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way.
Yeah, I swear to God, if you ask any major business owner, like, what did you have to do to get to where you are today? I guarantee you in some way, shape, or form, they're going to tell you about all the people they had to step on to get to where they are. You can't be successful, especially in America, unless you step on people. It's unheard of to attain success without, stepping on the little people to get your way up. Jeez Louise. Yeah. So yeah. That's why I don't worship celebrities anymore. I just don't, man. I don't worship celebrities at all. Like, they're very, very rarely has there been a celebrity that has, look in the news right now. All of these celebrities right now that are got major court cases coming up against them. Major court cases. And these were people we worshipped for decades, man. Decades. And, but, like, they are just the most corrupt people. If you actually, like, got to know them as people, not just the hero worship or the celebrity worship, I don't think I'd be friends with, like, legitimate friends with most successful or celebrity people in mainstream media these days. I don't know. I feel for me at least, it's the lack of compassion. I know capitalism is the way it is, and it functions to, you always have to be taking advantage of people in some way, shape, or form. It's kind of unavoidable, even for the most ethical person. But I guess what I do look for then, or would hope to balance that out, is that you have an equal amount of compassion, and you're always still at least trying as best you can to do right by the world and the people in it. If you can avoid as best you can unethical business practices, do so, please. Like, if you have a choice, Yeah, let's do this ethically or non-ethically. I would hope you would choose the ethical way every time, or the most ethical way. It's not always clear-cut, black and white. But yeah, that's yeah. That you find out that they're just not morally good people, or it comes out of the woodwork. That they're not morally good people, but after a while, I stopped being surprised. Like, well, they're successful, so they had to get successful somehow, and that's usually by exploiting people in some way or form. But the levels of exploitation, I guess, that we're starting to see come out in the news with these celebrities is wow, dude. Like you're trafficking people, like that's insane, man. Like you for music, like man, I love music too, but I ain't willing to do felonies for it. That's insane to me. But if you want success bad enough, I guess that's what you got to do. You got to sell your soul. And I think this is what Ren is trying to illustrate, that this is not the way. This is not what music or being a musician should be. I hope in part 3 or finishing part 2 into part 3, I hope that also becomes clear that there is a different path. You don't have to keep playing the money game. You can make your own game, man. Change the rules, shake it up. Like it. Yeah, it's not cool right now to do things ethically, but you can make it cool. Start the new wave. Let's make kindness the new trend. Right, well, take it back a few and then let me stop rambling.
A storm, it comes our way, and no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we not upon the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old.
Alright. That was Money Games Part 2. Oh, we already did Hi Ren. That was my first one. Alright, let me transition back and then get Part 3 queued up. Make sure that's ready. Close this one. Okay, yeah, that's Part 3. Alright, so let's check in with chat. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Oh my lord, there's so many of you. Hello, everyone. Good to see you guys. Wow, wowee. Let's see. Yep, ethics win for me every time. Ethics win for me every time. Oh, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for being here, and it's celebrating 1,000 subscribers with me. I'm excited. So we're going to dive into part 3. Thank you guys for letting me know that there is a part 3, because my notes only had the first 2. So, the part 2 that we just listened to, you guys told me to do the lyric video for that one specifically. I have the music video for part 3 queued up. Should I do that, the video, or is there another lyric video I should watch for part 3? Because I'm okay with either. Oh, hang on. I see a theory here. Hang on. I got it. Okay, official music video? Perfect. All right. But let's see. James, the faceless bags on the heads indicate that it could be any of us. Oh, so we can like self-insert. Okay, Ren is the image of the greedy. Yeah, the greed and self-embodiment of greed and money. Takes what they want and controls us. Yep. Once he puts eyes on him, he became more of a person. Okay, yeah, I see that. This music video won awards. Part 3? All right, we're in there then. Part 3 for sure. Oh, part 2 was during the pandemic, so he couldn't film a video. Okay, that makes sense. Great imagery, though, for part 2, even if he wasn't able to film an actual video. The imagery that he used throughout the entire lyric video, very well done, well chosen. Definitely contributed well to his narrative. And also it helped that he also intercut pieces from part 1 into it as well. So it still felt relevant. Or still felt like it was continuing the narrative from part 1, even if he wasn't able to physically be on set. All right, so let's cue up part 3. Full screen. All right, perfect. All right, so we're going into Money Game part 3, official music video. Oh, and there's the bag. Yeah, faceless person. Ooh, that's a nice shot. I like the reflecting mirror imagery on the top of the piano. That was nice.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly, 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still
elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then a lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval.
Sorry, I gotta pause this really quick. Toxic masculinity hurts us all. I'm gonna just say that right there, right then and now. Toxic masculinity hurts us all. There is no reason that this child, I'm not even gonna say boy, girl, whatever, this child should have been pushed to be whatever their father's idea of success should be. And I know this is like I guess kind of a subjective thing, like what does success look like to you, right? Or to you individually, or to any of us. What is truly success? Is it a certain number of zeros in your bank account? Is it a title at your job? Is it certain number of size square foot house? Like what is success, right? However, I feel very strongly, and this is for context, I am a preschool teacher. I actively try to avoid what Ren is describing in this song. Also, as someone who is on the autism spectrum and grew up being considered gifted, and people thinking I have a higher IQ than I do just because I could read at like 3 and really it was like, no, this is a sign that she has a disability. It's not actually a sign that she's gifted or anything, because then here's the push. Here's what comes next is you show a little bit of potential and it's immediately from your parents. How can I capitalize on that? I can't tell you the amount of times I have showed like a natural talent or inclination for something, and my mother immediately said, okay, how are you going to make money off of it? How are you going to flip it into a business? Oh, you learned how to sew and you like cosplay? You're going to start an Etsy shop then, right? You're going to start taking commissions then, right? You can be the next fashion designer. You can have your shows on, you can have your costumes on Broadway or be the Hollywood costume. Like, no, I just want to go to Renaissance festivals. And I just want to make the dresses for myself. I don't need to be after $1. The 6 hours I spent sewing that dress, making the pattern or whatever have you, that's the pay for me. I already been paid. That's the goal for me. That's success in my book. Did I enjoy the 6 hours I spent making said craft? Yes. Wonderful. Then I've been paid in full. I don't need to also have it make me money. Hence why I'm on YouTube. This is why I'm doing content creation. This is why you don't see me or hear me asking you guys to like and subscribe. This is why you guys don't hear me asking you to donate. I am here. I do this because I'm enjoying. How long have I been streaming now? What? Almost 2 hours? I've enjoyed the almost 2 hours. Fun, truly. It's just been fun. It's fun for me to sit here and chat with you guys about music and discovering new music I haven't heard before that's making me think and intellectualize and reflect and stuff. This is fun for me. And fun is the only pursuit that I am getting out of this. That's all I need. However, the money game, this capitalist lifestyle that we live in or have been living in for almost the dawn of humanity, it feels like. I don't know. I don't want to play it. And mind you, I go to work. Obviously, I'm a teacher. I go to work. I teach my students, and I come home and I get my paycheck, and that keeps the lights on and the internet going and the food on the table. But I find that I am a happier human when I am doing at least something. It doesn't have to be my whole life, but at least something that is for me. Something that isn't for $1. Something that I just find happiness and joy in. And that's the payment. That's all I need is the payment. I just want to enjoy it because I've done too much of my life doing shit I don't enjoy. Too much shit I don't love. So if I can just get one thing, one hobby, one special interest that's just mine, that capitalism can't take away, that import tariffs can't take away. You can't tax joy, or at least not really. I mean, you can, material joy, but inner joy, that's mine. You can't tap into that as hard as capitalism wants to try, and they try. It's funny for me to actually kind of watch them try, but but I don't want to play that, man. I don't want to play that. And so to get back to the other tangent I was going on before is that if I'm in my classroom and I notice a kid that is, for all intensive purposes, like advanced, right? I teach preschool, so a 3-year-old comes in my class and they're expressing interest in wanting to read or can maybe already read a few words. The lead teachers, the administrators, the parents themselves are like, all right, so let's get started. They're going to start reading chapter books, right? They're going to become like a rocket engineer, space scientist. I'm like, whoa, man. Like, look, let's just get them to the zoo. Yes, it is great. Not saying we should ignore it or suppress that if they're showing an interest in wanting to learn something, foster it, right? But there is a limit, right? In that I don't want me as a teacher, and I gotta be conscious of this myself, that I am not inadvertently forcing this child to age up beyond their years. Just because they show advancement in one area doesn't mean they're advanced in every. I've literally had students where they are incredible readers, but their social skills are about on par with their age, maybe even lesser. So, don't let capitalism make you ignore the signs that are there. Please don't keep pushing people to be more successful or to run in this rat race instead of just getting a chance to be a kid. Just let them enjoy being a kid or a teenager or a young adult or an adult. Like, just let them enjoy life. Like, just don't, this rat race that we're inundated into literally from, and Ren is perfectly illustrating this. I've seen it myself, even in early childhood education. From the moment you are able to walk, talk, some 2 to 3 and 4 years old, like young ages, we're already expecting you to perform. We are already lining you up against metrics. And if you don't meet those metrics, it's a problem. Why are we just, we don't need standards like that. Just make sure they're hitting their milestones, developmentally. And aside from that, let the chips fall where they fall. Especially if you see them that you suspect they might be gifted. All right, let them be gifted in that area, but understand that's still an 8-year-old. You still need to treat them like an 8-year-old. They still need to be treated like they're 7. Also, just because they can read doesn't mean they understand the concepts. Also, I gotta preface that. They can read the words, but that doesn't mean they're comprehending what they're saying. That doesn't mean they become a dictionary also. They can just sound out the letters. That doesn't mean anything, really. I'm sorry, I'm getting into teacher tangent, but I felt that part very strongly in the beginning of this video, because it is something I actively see as a teacher, and I try to not perpetuate it, to not continue it, because it just puts in it's unnecessary, undue stress and anxiety on a child. This is why we develop anxiety disorders, because we're already, as a society, we already have to be performing out the womb. Out the womb. Oh, goodness. We gotta get better. We gotta have less expectations. Just let people be imperfect. Let them be imperfect.
Not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns.
And see, and then that's what it is. Sorry, again. So this is what it becomes in adulthood. You're constantly always seeking somebody's approval. Your parents, your teachers, your caregivers, whoever. It's inundated. You're always seeking your higher ups approval. Am I doing good? Is this good enough, Dad? Are you finally happy with me now, Dad? It's never going to be good enough. You are never going to be good enough, because it's never about you. It's always about what you can do. Oh my God, it's toxic. It is toxic. It's a cycle I hope we as a society break, because it's breaking us. It's breaking us. We as humans can't function with this amount of anxiety and pressure. We literally can't. Our nervous systems can't handle this.
34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the popo inside of his pocket. 35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38.
So now your dad's gone. And so now you're lost. Your compass that's been guiding you for the first, 38, 36 years of your life is now past. And now, because you didn't get to develop a sense of self and figure out what you want out of life, you're about to spiral now. Your foundation's been ripped out from underneath of you now. You don't know what it's like to stand on your own 2 feet, because you've had your toxic father constantly pulling your puppet strings your entire life. Now the puppet master's gone. What do? You go limp, you collapse. You can no longer call your father and ask him, am I doing enough? Is this approval enough? Phone silent now. But now this is your opportunity. This is what you have the opportunity now to do, is you can replace that voice with your own. You can replace that approval seeking with your own approval. Now you have nobody to please but yourself. And that's what it should have been from the beginning. So I feel like this is a very common tale for all of us, male, female, whoever, everybody. Because I guarantee everybody's got a parent like this in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not to this extreme, of course, but I promise you, your parent has said something to you in a way that has pushed you to be more, or feel like you had to be more or do better. We need to start learning that we're enough. We just need to start accepting that we're enough. We are enough. As is out the womb, you are enough. You came into this world and you took your first breath. You are a success. You are a success story, period. If you do nothing else but sit there and breathe, I consider you a success story, period. That's the narrative I hope we start having as a people. Yeah. Because this is what it leads to. I don't even know the end of this. I haven't even watched the end of this. I can already tell you this dude's about to spiral. I can already tell you this character is about to spiral in this music video. He's about to go through it. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebrae and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold, but those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves, weighing heavy on his conscience.
Yeah, you surrounded by your material possessions, but you ain't happy. You ain't happy because it's stuff. Just as easily as you bought the stuff, that's as easily as you can lose the stuff. It's just material. But when you actually have to sit with yourself. You actually have to sit with yourself. Take away all of your material possessions. What are you left with? In your empty room, what are you left with? You have to find out what that is. Find what that is. And you will never get lost again, I promise you. Once you find yourself, you will never get lost again. And material stuff and material BS will bounce off you like rubber, because at the end of the day, you have found yourself, and yourself, your person, your humanity is not defined by material possessions. Because again, all you have to do is sit there and breathe, and you are enough. You came into this world and you are enough.
But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves, weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him. And it's a version of she. And it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck for money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Goodness. What power. What a powerful message.
"45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Damn. God damn. Wow. Yeah, that whole last half was just, yeah, I felt yeah, he, in fewer words than I did, was able to also, yeah, express what I was trying to say before, in that it's, we're not meant, we as humans aren't meant for that. We're this constant pressure to be great, or just, I just don't, I just feel like there's this Mount Olympus that we're all supposed to be trying to reach, and that's just unattainable, and it's killing us. It's killing us, man. Some quicker, some sooner than others, some more slowly. But it's the same. It's the same result, man. That's, I just feel like it, I gotta believe that we're meant as a species. Humans are meant for something greater than this. What we've been doing the last several hundred years as a species is just ridiculous, man. We're not thriving. We're not thriving. And I feel like we're at this point in maybe like the last decade or so, we're barely surviving. All of us, and this is around the world, I just feel like we are all of us are just barely hanging on. And something's gotta give, man. We can't keep on keeping on like this. We can't keep keeping on like this. So I appreciate art like this from Ren that makes me, or reminds me, it is, I guess these are feelings I always have, but it's nice to be reminded of, you know, of me wanting to be the change I want to see out in the world. So I want to remind myself to keep being human, keep seeing others as human, to keep putting their humanity first before all else. I think that's what listening to these 3 money game parts have kind of all together reminded me, that I have to remember humanity above everything. Yeah, I think that's a good takeaway. So we have reached the over 2-hour mark, and so we are at, I know there's people been popping in and out of chat and stuff. So if anyone wasn't here from the beginning, since we've been going for a while, the list, I have a little playlist that I made that I kind of collected from all of you guys' comments throughout the week. And again, these are still open to be reordered, or at least what I have left on the list. We're pretty much halfway through. So I had after money games, I can cross that off my paper list, was chalk outlines. And then after chalk outlines was animal flow. And then after animal flow was Genesis. Then after Genesis was crutch. Then after crutch was the hunger. And then after the hunger was the sick boy video. I think you guys specifically said the visualizer for sick boy was what you guys wanted me to check out. So I hopefully have the correct link for that. And then was going to maybe, if we had time, add on Ren's million subscriber speech. Though that's still kind of a lot, actually. But let's see. Oh, good. Pretty good list. Okay. Which... Let me see which versions I have of each individual video. So chalk outlines, is this the live? Let me see. No, that's the lyric video. Let me see if I can find the actual video. Or the live. Let's see if I can find his live. Let me see. Okay, chalk outlines. Oh, live. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, let's do the live one. All right, so that's queued up, and then should I do the actual video for Sick Boy? Yeah, someone mentioned in one of the YouTube video comments for Hi Ren about the visualizer. But should I do the official music video for Sick Boy? Actually, let me cue that up next then. Let's do official. Oh, here it is. Yeah, official music video. so that'll be queued up next. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we got the video queued up for Sick Boy for later. Okay. So next, then, so I've got the chalk outlines live. So I guess this is a question for you guys, and I guess what you guys want to watch or keep, because it's been 2 hours, and I'm okay to keep going, but I guess it's more for you guys. Would you want me to? Because we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 more videos to go. And while I'm okay with that, that can be a lot for people. So would you all, as the audience, want me to do chalk, because I've already got it queued up, so do chalk outlines live, and maybe do Animal Flow, Genesis, Crutch, and The Hunger as individual videos, and you know, maybe like just go to for the live today, go straight into Sick Boy, and then maybe the million sub speech, so like basically 3 more videos instead of 7 more. Or, yeah, so I guess, yeah, it's kind of up to you guys. Should we cap it at 3 videos or keep going down the full playlist, which is 7 more videos? Those will still get reacted to, of course, but see how I feel after chalk outlines? Okay. Okay, that sounds good to me. Okay, let's see how I feel after chalk outlines. I do want to do Sick Boy with you guys, though, too. So I do want to maybe make that the finale, and then the million subscription speech of Ren's. I do want those to be at least the last 2 videos that we watch together here on live. So yeah, let's go into chalk outlines. So I have, okay, yeah, this is the chalk outlines, okay. So let's switch over. And there it is, okay. Perfect. Here we go. We're going into Ren and, oh, this is a duet. Hang on. Is that Chinchilla? Is that how you say their name? The person that's featured on this song? Like the animal Chinchilla? If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I extremely apologize, but it looks like it's spelled like chinchilla, like the rodent. YouTube guidelines, remember to pause. Is that why they cut it off last time? The first stream, because I wasn't pausing enough? Well, all right, bet. You want me to pause more, YouTube? Say less. I thought I was interrupting people watching if I paused it, but yeah, okay, pausing it will. Pausing I will do then. Okay, I'll be less anxious about pausing then, if it keeps the stream going. All right, so then so it is Chinchilla then. Okay, all right. Well, let's do Ren and Chinchilla doing live chalk outlines. And rewind 5 seconds after the pause. Oh man, they are so specific. Okay, well, but no, I'll do it. Rewind 5 seconds. After the pause. Okay, noted. I appreciate you guys. You guys walking me through live streaming. I appreciate you so much. All right, so let me rewind. You said rewind it 5 seconds. All right, here we go. All right, now I'm in.
Still here in this bed that I crawled in. I hope that I'm someone else in the morning. So take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. And walk around in the floating chalk outline. So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my, we trace ourselves.
Okay. Can I just say, I don't know if he's like intentionally choosing like highly like acoustic areas to film these videos in. But if he is intentionally doing that, it is such a smart choice, because it's just the way his voice echoes it off the walls. It just makes it sound even more haunting. Like he's already got a beautiful haunting voice. Like it's just, like I feel like there's a ghost in my house every time he sings, and I vibe with that so deeply. And just hearing it echo and reverb just adds to that. Like it's his voice is like completely surrounding you and blanketing you as he's singing. Yeah, I just love that. I love that I think he's choosing it. I think he's choosing it intentionally. But it sounds so good. I can't blame him. Of course.
We trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Sertraline and a sip of serotonin. Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything. Take the
Wait, sorry, hold on, gotta pause for it. First off, what in the good Lord's angelic voices does this woman have going on? My Lord. That I'm already tearing. That was 5 seconds of her. She didn't even go into a full. She didn't even go into a full verse yet. God damn, let me see. Oh my God. That was that. Damn. I'm sorry. I didn't. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little taken aback by my own response. I'm sorry. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna be completely. I just didn't expect that. Jeez, y'all. Y'all be not lying in this chat. I swear, y'all be saying like, "Oh, girl, you ready for some chinchilla?" Y'all were saying. Y'all weren't kidding. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I really just paused to admire her nails. I was just gonna say, girl, I love them claws. But then I guess the maybe the rest of the emotion maybe started to actually sink in maybe when I actually did pause. But I don't know. It's something about voices like hers, and I would say she has a very unique voice. A very God, it's haunting. I thought Ren's voice was haunting. Hers is haunting in a. But like this is like I expect this is like a holy ghost. This is like a holy ghost that's haunting you. This is you about to have a come to Jesus moment if you hearing this type of voice surrounding your person. Goodness gracious. I just feel like, yeah, people with voices like hers have just a, maybe it's because when I hear voices like that, it just feels like there's a sadness there. Like a underlying ever-present sadness. You don't know about what. You don't know what specifically. But you just feel this heaviness. Even though her voice sounds so light and angelic and kind of, to me, kind of very airy and reverby, but at the same time, emotionally, there is a heaviness that is always present there underneath. And I feel like you I don't know, you feel that. You feel that when she sings. You feel that when she vocalizes. And that was just 5 seconds. I didn't even hear her do a full verse. I just heard that 2 sentences and I already started crying. Wow. Okay, yeah, okay. I've got tissues, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready. But not in like a heavy, like I'm prepared to be super depressed. But like I feel a cleansing a bit. Like I feel like this song's a little cleansing in a way after what we've watched through together the past couple hours. But yeah, let's take it from the top because she God, what an intro. What an intro. All right. We'll take it when she starts.
Sertraline and a sip of serotonin. Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything. Take this one, wash it down, and you'll be fine. The feeling goes, and you draw a chalk outline.
So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I'll push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, erase ourselves.
a perfect day. Take it just in case. Take it just in case. I gotta pause. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Oh, Lordy. Okay. uh, yeah, man. I guess you just, yeah, I guess I just see, or hear, hear a lot of my own story in this song. So, I guess it, ooh, kind of like looking in a mirror a little bit. Yeah, just, struggles with the mental health and the good days and the bad days and medication. Oh, I can tell you some stories about my medication issues. Trying to just be functional felt like such an insurmountable task. It still does some days. Fewer days than before. It's my sign that I'm on an upswing. At least things are getting better. The fewer bad days there are, or hard days. I try not to say good and bad. I'm trying not to say good and bad. It is just a day. Yeah, man, the struggle to find the right medication, the struggles with self-medication. Full disclosure, I'm a huge pothead. And it's not just recreational. Or I don't treat it as just recreational. I fully use cannabis as a coping, self-medicating treatment. It's a substance. It's one. I just trade in one substance for another. I say my early 20s, mid-20s, my early to mid-20s. Actually, no, I'd say my entire 20s. I'm gonna be completely honest. My entire 20s, I had a huge alcohol problem. I wouldn't say I was alcoholic because it never got that detrimental in that, like, I didn't miss work or family outings or friend outings or anything like that. It never became a hindrance that way, but it was definitely and sometimes still is, if I'm having a really bad spiral, my alcohol was coping. If I had a bad day at work, if I was stressed out, alcohol. If I was having a good time or a good day at work, alcohol. If I was going to socialize and hang out with friends, alcohol. I was never without drink in hand. Except for when I'm driving, of course, or would be driving back then. Since I've been here, like took myself out of that abusive situation I was in on the East Coast, moved myself here to the West Coast and trying to start over and get healthy again, I still dabble in alcohol occasionally, but I've pretty much replaced it with just cannabis. I now, instead of always having a drink in hand, now I always got a joint. Like it's or I'm taking a bong hit before I go out to go hang out with my friends. Like it's I would say it doesn't concern me enough to want to stop smoking, but I am aware enough that I have very much just replaced alcohol with a different substance, and it is for the same purpose of stress relief or anxiety relief or depression relief. Like any mental health episode I have every day, because unfortunately it's chronic for me. I have PTSD. I don't really get an off day with this, but that's my self-medication is just another different substance in addition to the antidepressants that I'm also on that are prescribed from my doctor. But that's also another substance that I have to, or I feel like I have to consume to just be functional, to just be an active member of society. And I still, I'll be honest, I haven't fully made peace with that. It's something I'm still actively trying to accept about myself. I don't know if it's something that I'm not in a position yet to be able to say it's something that I like about myself. But man, I'll just say I feel seen. I feel seen with this song, with this video, and I think that's why it's hitting me so hard emotionally, probably even more so than everything else we've watched today. Yeah, you just want to be normal. I imagine like the chalk outlines, at least in my mind, the imagery that comes to my head is trying to fit yourself into this mold of being normal, of just being regular like everybody else and functional just like everybody else. You want to fit yourself into this box that everyone else seems to fit in with ease, so easily, and I struggle to fit this mold on a daily basis, and I have yet to figure out how to do it sober. I think that's what it is. Maybe I just feel like I should be sober, or it's more morally desired to be a sober person and to be able to go through life and deal with stress of life without having to turn to a substance, right? You're supposed to be strong enough, right, to handle everything that life throws your way. And so when I feel like I have to succumb or lean on these crutches that I have to help me walk through life, I feel like I'm not strong. I feel like I'm less than or weak because I can't just do it on my own 2 feet, right? Yeah, man, that's... Damn. All right. Yeah, sorry. I feel like I gotta apologize when I go on tangents like that. Let me check in with chat really quick. I see a lot of new messages. Hang on. Yeah, being functional in a dysfunctional society. Man, I know it feels like a, I don't know, irony. It feels like an ironic endeavor, right? Trying to be functional when the world is in dysfunction, or when the world's self-imploding. Let's see. Electra is fully self-medicated with my doctor's permission. Yeah, my doctor is also fully aware of my of my smoking habits, and you know, they obviously encourage me not to smoke, but I will say they are very accepting of it being cannabis. They're just said, just do edibles, like, just like, it's fine. I just worry about your lungs, Leah. I just want your lungs to be happy, and smoking just in general, doesn't matter what you smoke, is harsh on your lungs over time. So I get it, at least, but I also don't like edibles. I just haven't found the right, but to be honest, I haven't experimented with edibles too much. I gotta find ones that I like. But yeah, I want to give my lungs a break as well. Yeah, man, it's. I will say, out of all the I've had maybe 3 different antidepressant medications that I've been on throughout my life. I would say, out of all of the ones that were prescribed from my doctor, I'll say the most consistent, the least amount of side effects, and honestly the most enjoyable method of treating my depression and anxiety has been cannabis. It has definitely been, of the two, the more and I guess that's why I stuck with it this long, this many years, is that I find it to give me the most benefits with the least amount of side effects. And this is just for me and my makeup. I just you know, certain meds don't play well with my system. But yeah, that's I would like to lessen the amount of smoking, but I don't foresee, unless my doctor tells me differently. I'll leave it to the medical professional. But yeah, I don't foresee myself stopping cannabis, at least, for a while. I find it to be a very consistent method of treatment for me. It's not perfect. It doesn't, like, for instance, I can still be high and still be triggered. Like, it still doesn't erase the trauma, right? It just makes the day-to-day, like, it keeps me at baseline. Like, that would be the best way I describe it to, like, my therapist and my doctors, is it keeps me at baseline. But I still need therapy. I still need, like, you know, support systems outside of that to you know, keep me happy and healthy and functional as much as I can be. But yeah, sorry, long tangent. But I just, wow, yeah, this feels like a little bit of telling my story a little bit, listening to this. So let me take it back 5 seconds. Thank you guys for the tip. And grab another tissue in case I start crying again, and then we'll finish this. So you guys were telling me to see how I feel after chalk outlines. We're like a minute left in this. I do think I'm gonna just do Sick Boy after this, and then do the million sub speech, and then maybe that'll be I think that'll be a cap for today's stream. Though there's still so much Ren left. I feel like we gotta do this again, guys. We can't let this be a one-off. So I want to take the videos that we aren't able to get to today, as well as add some more, because you guys are still adding songs and stuff, and that like weren't even on my playlist, which I do want to check out. So I don't want to lose those, and I do want to experience those together with you guys too. It's just this stream's getting a little long. It's getting a little long, and I don't want to use up all of my tissues. So just crying and crying after song, but let's see. All right, let's get back into it and finish chalk outlines, and then we're gonna dive into Sick Boy.
It's such a perfect day. Take it just in case. Take it just in case. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. All things change.
Jeez.
It's such a perfect day. It's a beautiful shade. It's a beautiful shade. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. But little by little, bit by bit, I'll push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my.
Your range,
Place
oh God.
ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, oh my.
Erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Wow. Oh my God. And oh my goodness. Okay, so that last part also, geez, the constant push pull in that I think I touched on this when I watched Hi Ren a little bit. That constant push pull of like your mental wanting to go back to being in trauma because that's what it knows. It's elastic, right? Like it's used to the form that it was in, and as soon as you try to stretch it out of shape, it just wants to snap back in to the shape it originally was. And you constantly have to have that tension of pulling, like, no, we're not going to snap back to this same original shape that was unhealthy and unhappy. I need you to stretch yourself. I need you to expand yourself. I need you to expand your horizons and your boundaries to, like, give yourself greater capacity for something more. Like, you don't have to just live in tragedy. You have the capacity to have more in your life if you stretch yourself to give yourself that space. But it's hard. I'm saying this as if it's easy. It's not. It's not. Because it's, even when you do the work, even when you're in therapy, actively trying to change, your brain is literally trying to undo everything you are learning. It's second guessing. It's wanting to go back into your old habits. It's your brain is conditioned to want to stay in the pattern. And you got to really, really fight and hard to break it and teach it a new pattern. Goodness. It feels like some days you're backpedaling, and it feels like you're not progressing, but you are, even if stagnation is still progressing, because it's still you're not going backwards. You're not going back to your trauma, at least. You're not going back to your old patterns and back to your old habits, but you don't feel like you're getting better, right? Like for instance, like I still feel like I still have work to do. There's still things about me that I'm not completely settled with. I haven't completely made peace with yet. There's still goals I have that I want to accomplish, but at the same time, I still have to remind myself how far I've come, where I used to. Sometimes you do need to remind yourself, look at where you came from. Remember how you used to be before your first day of therapy. Remind yourself that you are actually making progress. Even if right now, this minute, this hour feels stagnant, you are still leagues away from where you were before you ever started this journey to begin with. And I appreciate songs like this, like Chalk Outlines, that remind me of that. That days I feel like I'm not progressing and I didn't take a step forward, but be glad you didn't take a step backwards. Sometimes standing on the step you are at right now is progress. I have to, and I'm saying this for myself, not to like give anybody therapy or advice. This is more for me, and you guys can take what you need from that too. But God, that was such a good song. I just that was like not like good like technically either. Like of course the singing was amazing, but like I that was such a, even though it made me cry, it was actually uplifting. It's actually uplifting, the message I'm walking away from after the fact. I think it's a great message. Also, don't lose yourself trying to fit yourself into a chalk outline. I know we talked about earlier how we wanted to try and feel normal, how we had to try and fit ourselves into this box of functionality in a dysfunctional world. And I also want to caution, don't lose yourself trying to fit yourself into that box. Don't forgo your uniqueness by trying to be like everybody else. I think that's also an important takeaway for this as well. Because that external pressure to be like everybody else can also push you into self-medicating or over-medicating to try and meet that expectation. And then you lose yourself in the process. Become something that you're not or don't even recognize. Wow, yeah, this is some deep stuff, man. I love music that makes me think like this. So we are so let me switch this back. So we just finished Chalk Outlines. So gonna go into then the last music video for Sick Boy. They're really anticipating this one. I've actually been really excited for this one. So I'm glad to kind of have this be the finale of the music videos. And then let me, before we do that, just so I have it queued up already, his 1 million subscriber speech. So I can have those ready to go. Is the video just called like 1 million subscribers? Like, is it a titled something specific? His the speech video. Cause I see his. I'm on his Ren's YouTube. I see his. All of his music, and his live performances and videos. Million subscribers. Tale of Ginny's Grease, Genesis, Humble. Alright, let me do a search. Oh, okay, found it. All right. Is it his defining success? Yep, got you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Nice. Okay. All right, so that's in the queue then next. So let's do Sick Boy. I'm so excited for this one. It's the one that got like suggested the most. So I am excited to check Sick Boy out. Let me make sure it's full screen. Alright, and then switch screen back. Alright, here's Sick Boy. Let's do it.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making music.
Facts. Yo.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn so poster.
Oh. Sorry, context. This is why what you guys were saying. He's got Lyme disease, correct? He contracted Lyme disease. The tick boy lyric made me remember that you guys said, yeah, he's sick. Like, yeah, he's ill. Okay. Oh, and yep, stem cell. He's getting stem cell treatment for it. Oh my goodness. I had a quick tangent. I had a college professor, funny enough, my audio production professor. When I was in college, I have a degree in media production. And so my audio production professor also has Lyme disease, and I ended up doing for context, I ended up doing a summer internship with her, like my last year of college. So spent a lot of time with her, and kind of getting to know her and working with her, and kind of got to see firsthand kind of how she lives. Also fellow musician, lives with her illness, manages it, and as best she can. But you know, on her bad days, she was sick. Like, it was like, oh, like, not to the point where she never got hospitalized in like the time that I knew her or was working with her, fortunately. But there were a few days where, especially living on the East Coast in the heat of summer, August especially, the humidity escalates like, you gotta watch the weather reports before you can even plan to go outside, because the air quality can be like unbreathable. So, I remember, like, on days like that, like her autoimmuneness, like, would just flare up and would just, you know, we'd have to cancel a shoot or something that day or reschedule just because it wasn't doable. She wasn't going to be capable of it on those tougher, you know, strenuous weather days or things like that. But yeah, sorry, just that reminded me, I should check in with that professor, see how they've been. A little side note for myself. Just send him a little hi message and say I was thinking about you today.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, stem cell, poster boy, pass out. White noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain. Have another go. Take another pill. Here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient losing patience.
See what I tell y'all. This is why I stick to cannabis. This is why I stick to cannabis. I can't, the side effects be crazy on some of these meds, yo. For real. Like, I'm not a pharmacist. I don't know what goes into the making of drugs. But, like, I've had antidepressants make me break out in hives. I've had antidepressants literally give me restless leg syndrome. Like, I can't sleep on some of them. Like, I had meds that were supposed to be antidepressants but made me more irritable than I have ever been in life. Like, PMSing, I wasn't even as irritable as I was just taking that med. Like, it just, they mess with your chemistry, like, to the point where you just get so frustrated. You don't want to deal with it at all. I've had times where I was like, I would rather be depressed. I would rather be depressed than have to deal with the side effects of the medication trying to treat the depression. It was, being any kind of sick. It's just, I don't wish it on anybody. And we can go into the issues with the health field and the medical field and the mental health field specifically with the under prescribing or over prescribing or just improper prescribing of medications. And yeah, that could be a whole video in and of itself. But this angry face he's got right now, this frustrated face he's got right now with the pill, I've had this same frustration throughout life with different meds. It's so, yeah, I feel this fight. I feel this annoyance, this song and dance that you gotta, and especially when you get on a new you guys probably know in the chat, like, you get on a new medication or you want to change the medication, then it's a whole process. You have to be monitored. You have to, or monitor yourself, and then you gotta report back to your doctor. It's like you're in and out of the doctor's office like once a week or once every 2 weeks because you got to make sure that the medication is working and it's not gonna show itself instantly. You gotta watch and figure out what the side effects are gonna be, and it's gonna be a kind of a gamble roulette wheel that you just spin of what side effects is this pill gonna give me. I'm like, and several times I have questioned to myself, is this even worth it? Is it even worth it doing this whole song and dance over and over and over again? Do I want to keep on? And I do, because I'm still here, because I do. I keep doing the dance. Just like in Hi Ren, I keep doing the dance because I don't want to give up, but man, it's a frustrating process, man. I like you said, this lyric right here, I lose patience with the process. I just want to be healed. I just want to be healthy again. I just want to be functional again. Can I just have that? So I get it, man. I feel that frustration so hard. And then you feel like the doctors don't even really see you because they just see like, oh, just take this pill, just go. Like, no, there's a human behind, there's a human taking the pill. I still want to be, I'm not a petri dish test subject. I still have a trauma that I am trying to also treat that I feel like should also be taken into consideration by doctors as they're trying to prescribe and treat these mental health issues. And God, yeah, good message, Ren. This is another beautiful example of such great storytelling. God, such great storytelling. So effortlessly weaves a narrative.
Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan. Complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pic, boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat.
Ooh, okay.
I've been doing.
First off, that was good imagery. But secondly, I feel like we're shifting a little bit. We're shifting very slightly in the messaging, I feel like, with this. Because I feel like that first part was definitely the mental health journey or struggle. Really struggle. But I'm seeing now we're shifting into like his issues with the like industry, like the music industry, which has a lot of issues. And I'm thinking it's probably going to illustrate a little bit of why he's an independent artist and wants to stay independent from what you guys tell me. Smart move in the context of the current music label climate. I would also not advise musicians to pursue a record deal or label out. Not yet. I would there has to be some major industry changes in personally, I feel like on a massive level before I feel like any music artist should pursue a record label. I just think they need to establish a lot more protections in place for musicians and artists. But tangent, a little bit of a tangent there. But the go back to the first part to kind of summarize my feelings of that first little mental health bit. I liked actually the imagery of how the therapist was kind of interspersed with like the pig mask person. I like to think of this like the purge animals. And so I've definitely fallen into this spiral of thought where I've recently went into this spiral of thought because I got so angry during one of my therapy sessions, just like thinking about how I think I was reflecting on like how difficult my journey has been, and how really the only reason I have to even be in therapy, why I have PTSD, is because of the abuse and actions of people outside of myself. Like actions that were committed against me by other people now make it so that I, the victim, have to do literally a lifetime's worth of work to heal myself because of some bullshit that somebody else did to me. It's not even something that I brought on myself or did of my own actions. And yet I'm the one that's forced to do all of the work. Literally, it pisses me off. It makes me angry. I'm even saying it now. I'm getting heated in my voice. I get angry about it. It's not fair. I don't feel like it's fair. Meanwhile, the people who abused me get to sit on their ass and do nothing. They don't have to go to therapy. They could just live in their toxicity and do no work. Makes me angry. It pisses me off. It's not fair. It's not fair. I have to deal with fucking side effects from all these goddamn medications and be almost damn near addicted to cannabis just to be functional, all because of some bullshit that you did. You did this to me. It's ridiculous. I can't stand it. It makes me angry. It makes me feel like, why? Why do I have to do this? When you're the problem. I'm doing the work for your problem. So, let me breathe. But then, after I breathe it out, and properly, healthily express that anger and frustration, because it is okay to have. It's okay to be angry and frustrated. It is okay. And yeah, and it is not fair. Both can be true at the same time. It can be frustrating, it can be annoying, and it can also not be fair. It can be all of the above. It can be all of the above. It doesn't have to be either or. But you do sometimes want to flip a goddamn table. You do want to flip a goddamn table. Especially when it's not going well, when you're struggling with side effects, when you're struggling to find a good therapist, or because I've had a lot of therapists. I've had good therapists, I've had bad therapists. It took me a while to get to the therapist that I have today. And I love my therapist that I have today, but that was a decade's worth of trial and error with multiple therapists to find the one. And it was hard. And it was hard having to end therapy relationships and restart with a new therapist is like breaking up and getting in a new relationship over and over and over again. It's just you're not getting sex. That's the only thing. But it's still equally as an emotional investment every single time. And it gets tiresome, especially when you're doing it for over a decade. You feel like half your damn life has been dedicated to this. So it gets frustrating, and it gets, you have some table flipping crash out moments because of it. But yeah, but you know what, that I will say, here's what keeps me going. Here's what, to end that tangent on a high note. I let the anger fuel me. I do. I let it turn into revenge. Because the way I see it in my mind is the best way I can get revenge on the people that abused me as severely as they have done is by live a life so radically happy that they have no choice but to be jealous. That is my method of revenge. Is that you will not beat me into submission. You will not beat me into hurting myself, hurting the people that I love, living in toxicity, and just overall not thriving in life. The best revenge, in my eyes, is showing those people that I am thriving despite what they did to me. That is what I do. So I stay in therapy. I keep self-reflecting. I keep listening to conscious rap and keep trying to improve my mental every single day, because that is my way of saying F you. That's the only ammunition I have, and I will use it to... I'm a Scorpio, by the way. I don't know if that toes on me at all, but I will get my revenge. I will get my revenge by being so goddamn happy you can't stand it. You can't stand it. So that's what I do. That's how I function. That's why I'm still here. Oh my goodness. So, but I do still have my crash out moments. I do still have my crash moments, but I get frustrated with the process. I get frustrated that I'm not progressing as fast as I want to be. But again, even if I'm staying still, even if I'm stagnant, I'm not going backwards. I'm still enacting my revenge. It's still there. I'm still healthier. And my abusers don't win. Yes, sir. Every step I get closer to a healthy mental, a stable mental, dagger in their heart, man. I love it. All right, let's get back into it.
You wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
And see, and okay, so that right there, another perfect example of how the toxicity hurts everybody. Or let me not play that. It hurts everybody, man. Like you lash out at yourself, you lash out at others around you. It's not weird, but like ever since getting into therapy, like I hear about like major events on the news, and I can like almost kind of tell that like, oh, that person's hurting. Like they're talking about like people perpetuating all these crimes and stuff, and I'm like, that's terrible. They're horrible people. They're hurting. That's why people are asking like, oh my goodness, he's a monster. How could he do all these things and hurt all these people? Like, because he's hurting. She's hurting. They're hurting. They have a deep pain inside them that can't be contained within their own person, that they gotta push it out to the world. So we hear about war, we hear about famine, we hear about all these horrible things happening that are human-made. It's coming from a place of hurt people. Like, this ain't coming from nowhere. This ain't coming from nowhere. It didn't just I don't know. I feel like there's so many different narratives about what's the cause or what brought about all of this, dysfunction in the world. You know, everyone's so quick to feel that something has just shifted in our society and things have gone amiss. And I feel like one of the factors, it could be a lot of things, but I feel like one of the reasons is we're all in pain. We're all in pain. And I feel like how we are dealing with that pain is being reflected back at us right now in society. And we're not happy with how we're dealing with it because we see it's not healthy. Or it's not on the path towards healthiness. It's not a good way of expressing those frustrations and that hurt. The hurt's still valid. Never going to invalidate anybody's trauma. But it does need to be processed and made peace with. And I feel like there's a lack of that going on in certain parts of the world. Well, really all over the world. Not even certain parts of the world. All over the world. Everywhere. Everybody can experience this. No matter what your politics are or what country you're in. Everybody experiences this. It's just in a different language. But we all get hurt. We're all hurt people hurting people. We're all sick. And not in an insulting way, but we all have an illness in us that I think we should all try to maybe not cure, can't really get rid of it, but heal, make peace with, I think. I feel like maybe then we'll really start to see some changes in our world. So again, I'll keep on being the change I want to see. I'll keep on staying in therapy. I'll keep on trying to make myself the healthiest version that I can be, or try at least. And just hope others do the same. Hope others follow the trend. And together we can create something better for ourselves and going forward. But yeah, man, let me check in with you guys at chat. All right, so yeah, yeah, for anyone just also popping in, so that Sick Boy was the last music video for today's stream. We're gonna cap it there with Sick Boy. Was worth the wait, by the way. I was super excited to check out Sick Boy after seeing Hi Ren, since you guys played have been suggesting that I play that after doing Hi Ren. And so I was very, very excited to finally experience that. Thematically, could definitely see where it connects with Hi Ren for sure. So yeah, I am going to close out today's celebration stream with Ren's celebration video for him making it to 1 million subscribers. And so to celebrate me making it to 1,000 subscribers, thought we'd watch his defining success video. So yeah. And then to let you guys know, I do want to do this again, though. I really have been wanting to add a Music Mondays kind of stream to, you know, the schedule, to the roster of content that I do. So keep commenting songs to check out. It doesn't also have to be just Ren. I'm loving going down the Ren rabbit hole, but obviously that rabbit hole we'll finish it at some point. So I've got a note for Coast Contra to check them out. I might actually write down Chinchilla. Also, let me write down her name. Chinchilla. Because we might check her stuff out too. So yeah, keep commenting different artists and songs. Even better if they have a music video. To keep this going, guys. I'm really enjoying it. So let's I guess let Ren wrap up the stream today and see how he defines success. So make it full screen. All right, perfect. All right, it's like a 5-minute video, so it's not super long either.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is a flipping huge milestone. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich. I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy. Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you.
Wow, because you do, you struggle to decide if it's worth it. You struggle to decide if it's worth it, and it's whew, that's, yeah. And then you feel selfish too on top of that. Like, how dare I ask for, you know, who do you think you are? How entitled do you have to be to dare to affect change? Like, that's so like, God, yeah. Let him speak. Yeah.
Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever. Whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are, you won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light.
Yes!
You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better.
I'm saying that's why you gotta make peace with your dark side. I'm sorry, you gotta make peace with it. You really do. You have to. It's, God, that is such wisdom. That is such wisdom to carry through every day in life, because you feel this constant like push, or at least we tell ourselves that having any kind of darkness in our souls or in our being or in our personalities is a flaw. It's not something that belongs there. It's something that needs to be removed and you know, get surgical with it, and it's not to be removed, to leave it. Roses are supposed to have thorns, my boy. It's part of the whole flower. It doesn't take away from the beauty of the whole flower just because it has some thorns on it. Yeah, that's I will say I if I did have any kind of jump in IQ, I definitely feel like I became smarter after getting into therapy, and the greatest lesson I learned was about myself. And the wisdom that comes from knowing yourself is vast. It is vast. You start to see things that people who are still living fully submerged in their pain are literally blind to see. They can't see it. It's too cloudy.
Of wielding the light. You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority. Priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass.
That's right. He's speaking the truth. He's speaking truth. He ain't said not one lie yet. He ain't said not one lie yet. Be with it, man. Make peace with it. Make peace with it. In all of its flaws and all of its imperfections, make peace with it. It does not have to be pretty. It ain't going to be pretty. But you, because it's a part of you, have to see the beauty in it anyways. Even if it's, by conventional standards, ugly. Yeah. No, I love that. Be with it.
In your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass. We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect.
Yep.
Tapestries are made beautiful because the variety.
Your paradise is not going to look like somebody else's. It really isn't. Stop comparing grass. People saying, oh, the grass is greener in that person's yard. Don't care. I don't care. This is my yard. This is my grass. That's all I have to care about. I'll treat your grass with kindness. Treat my grass and yard with kindness. But I'm not. I know it's hard to do that in the age of social media, constantly comparing ourselves and wanting to, follow trends or whatever, but it's, you don't. You really don't.
Or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Stop trying to please them, because
they ain't gonna like it anyway. They ain't gonna like it anyway. Even if you try to conform your heaven to match their version of heaven, there's still going to be something wrong with it. They ain't never going to be happy. Because it's not theirs. That's the thing. See, that's the thing. So it's a losing battle. You never can win it anyway. Why even bother? The energy is much more useful somewhere else. Much more useful, much more productive use in other areas of your life.
And will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because the variety in the sum of their parts.
Yes.
Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
Oh, we love you too, Ren. Oh my goodness. Well, with that, my friends, and that was Ren's 1 million subscribers / defining success video from his stream or his channel. Yeah, speaking of channels, I guess I want to express my own gratitude and my own just thank you. I just want to say thank you all for not just being here today, but showing up. Dude, this has been a crazy month. I'm sorry. I can't express enough. I only started doing content creation 4 weeks ago, like legitimately 4 weeks ago. And so the fact that I'm already at this point in my content creation journey, celebrating here with you all, that is not lost on me. I hope is a sign of good things to come for this channel and just my journey in general, I guess, just trying to be a human on this planet. Thank you to everyone in the chat who has been just here and offering suggestions and for songs, for helping me troubleshoot the stream, and now I know, hopefully for future Monday streams, to pause more often so YouTube doesn't take the stream down. But with that, if that was all they were upset about, hopefully, then we should be able to make this a regular a Monday thing, I hope. So here's to the next 1,000 subscribers. And again, very grateful to be a part of this community. Very grateful to be a new renegade, a new Ren fan, a continuing Knox Hill fan, and yeah, I'm just thank you. Just thank you all. I appreciate you all so much. Let's see. Plugs for rest of the week. I will be back on live Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, for What You Making Wednesdays. We are continuing our cosplay build for Granny Seiko from Dawn to Dawn. We're in a little bit of crunch mode, not super high. I have a convention that I am attending Memorial Day weekend, so I have until then to finish this cosplay. So yeah, we're going to be continuing that build this coming Wednesday. I have the baseball bat that I've been working on as part of the prop for the cosplay, mostly done and ready to go. We're just going to kind of put the finishing touches on that, and finish up the wig, hopefully, if I can get the last pieces of it glued on in time for Wednesday. After that, I'll be back again Friday night for TGIF. Thank Games It's Friday, playing through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I am on chapter 7 right now, and so yeah, playing through that. If you guys want to check out a gaming stream this coming Friday. But But yeah, in between then though, I'll still be recording like individual video reactions. Specifically, I want to do the ones that we didn't get to do today on stream. So like animal, what was the other ones I had on my list? Let's see. Yeah, that I didn't get to today, because I do want to make individual reaction videos of those. So I'll make a reaction video, not on live, but I'll do a reaction video for Animal Flow, Genesis, Crutch, and The Hunger. Those were the 4 we didn't get to on stream today. So I want to still honor those and make individual videos for those. But as far as next stream, Music Monday goes, yeah, keep putting suggestions in the comments, and I'll make another list. I'll make another playlist for us for next Monday, and we can get back at it again. But all right, my friends, I appreciate you all being here. Happy 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully catch you guys on the next stream. Have a good rest of your Monday, everyone, and take care of yourselves. Peace.